Hey, Tyler. Adolfo BABATZ is founder and CEO of Clip, a company that allows small businesses in Latin America to accept credit cards and digital payments. Adolfo worked for PayPal before realizing Latin America needed its own fintech and starting Clip a decade ago. Clip raised $250 million in a Series D round last year and intends to go public in the U.S. eventually. Adolfo grew up in a wealthier part of Mexico City, and when a major earthquake struck in 1985, he saw how people's economic status affected the devastation.
But in the case of this earthquake particularly, it was also the part of the city where you lived. Mexico City is built over a lake. And the parts where the lake was, they tend to shake a lot more. Okay? But we live in the South. The South is firm ground. So in the South, there were no problems. There were no homes destroyed, no buildings. Everything seemed normal. Okay? But as the day started following, I remember my oldest brother, went to the baseball stadium to carry corpses.
About 5,000 dead. Adolfo started to feel a social responsibility to improve things after that. Later, he saw the potential for business and entrepreneurship to have a positive grassroots impact. Now, with Clip, he's making it easier for small businesses in the region to transact, set up omni-channel processes, even get access to capital. And an interesting part of the equation is helping them sell top-ups, wireless services.
Clip has almost doubled the size of the pie in terms of merchants that accept digital payments in the country, just Clip by itself. So number one, it's that. Number two is to make sure that we provide tools to the merchants that really help them grow their business. And what are those tools? Number one, financial services. We can provide them with a loan. We can provide it with a bank account. We could eventually provide them with insurance on their business. How to sell online, how to sell on multiple formats. That's the kind of the third piece of this. How do we really give them tools to sell more? Selling via WhatsApp, selling top-ups, selling services, things like that. And the fourth piece, it has to do with APIs. How do we leverage payments, Clip's amazing payment infrastructure so that everyone can use it?
Here in the U.S., we talk a lot about fintech in terms of crypto and buy now, pay later, which is fine. But it's also interesting how digital and mobile payments are changing the rules of entrepreneurship in emerging markets. Guys like Adolfo BABATZ have a front row seat, guys.
So let me ask you a question. They've got some fantastic blue chip investors, including SoftBank, Goldman, and several of the General Atlantic, among others. So they've got that edge. But what is their edge in terms of service over the big guys like PayPal or MasterCard, like Visa or Square?
Well, being on the ground, understanding local merchants, local cultures, and the services they need. Adolfo used to work for PayPal and was really in charge of managing Mexico for them for a period of time before he went and started Clip. Decided that some of the things that he wanted to do, PayPal wasn't moving as quickly as he wanted to, and that's part of what inspired him to start the company.